Hello, can you guys hear me? Hope you can hear me today. You should be able to hear me. Hi, Harris. How are you? We're going to start pretty soon. Oh, yeah? How was the dream? Everyone will get here. Give them a little time. My times are a little erratic. So, everyone else is too. They don't know when to come in. But we will start soon. And they don't get the notifications and yeah. I swear I'm going to make an app that sends a notification whenever I go live, but I can only do so much at once, especially on my budget, which nearly doesn't exist, right? That's cool. Yeah, I'll do that. Drop a disco ball. Hmm. 7 people here, it says. Yeah, dreaming's how it starts. Then it goes in all these directions. Always wanted a camera that pans back and forth to follow everything I do when I'm doing these feeds. Like if I turn my head this way, I mean, look at that. I mean, how can you top that? I mean, Jay, these cameras are going to take your job. Now it's just like it's just like those studio executives who are like, well, you don't need a cinematographer anymore because you have cameras with such high resolution that you can just take one shot and switch back and forth between the characters with that one take. It's like, where do they find the people that run these things? It's like awful. I understand needing business accolade to do things, but I mean, you should still understand creativity at least, or have a good taste for it. You know what I'm talking about, right, Jay? Anyone who does film. You guys can hear me, right? This is no one's really in conversation with me. Bro, quit. No one cares. They haven't started the noti. I agree. No one cares about anything I say. They just come for the healing. They don't care about any of the other stuff. I completely agree with you. Well, so one person enjoys the banter, so at least that's good. So everyone's people on my feed are mad at the new mayor at New York for putting in, trying to do socialist policies. Like he's mainly there's someone raging because he's doing a rent inquiry because the landlords are crazy, right? They just raise and raise and raise the price. People can't even pay anymore with the jobs. It's like all their money goes to rent. And I always say here in Japan, it doesn't work like that here. That kind of behavior, someone doing that, buying all these properties and increasing rent to anything that's not just a small fraction of what people get paid would be seen as obscene. It's seen housing is seen as a dwelling, a place for people to live. Of course, there needs to be some money exchanged, but like outside, if I decide to move outside of Tokyo, like the worst place I could get out of my luck, outside of my luck, would be like maybe 75, 100, $150, right? Or free if it's in the countryside for locals. I mean, there's options here, but you can't even get anything for $400 in the month in the US anywhere. You can't get a place in the worst part of South Central for $400 a month. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. You might be able to get someone's guest house in a bad place for less, like less than that, but um, it's really quite awful. That's why I want to stay. So, how is everyone else doing? Especially with my streaming salary, right? There we go. Decent. All right. Anything else anyone want to say? Maybe I'll turn this into an hour long show every day where I just talk about stuff, current events like Rush Limbaugh used to do. No guest, just me talking. My grandmother loved Rush Limbaugh. I couldn't stand it. It was like, man, this again. She liked Rush Limbaugh and Larry Elder. She would listen every day, yeah, every day in bed. She probably still does. And when she goes to bed, she listens to or did um, Larry Elder. I mean, Rush Limbaugh passed away. Um, I don't know if the Elder's still on. If he is, she'd listen. So she listened to them and she listened to Coast to Coast. So she's like, "There's so many interesting people in that show." And I wish if I could get on, I've been trying to get on there for a long time. Coast to Coast, yeah, that was my grandma. I don't know, she probably still listens to them. I mean, my grandparents are in their 80s now, late 80s, mid 80s. Point is, they're old. You have no sound. Oh no. Happy New Year. Not the same without Art Bell. I get, but she was more into it like during the George and Ori era. That's when she got into it. And he's been posting it for shoot since the 90s. I mean, George is 75 years old now. Who anyone? I mean, is anyone wondering if anyone's ever going to take over for him? I mean, is Coast to Coast still on? Yep. Yeah, it's still on. I don't think it's quite as popular as it used to be, though, because the internet and podcast and everything just kind of spread it out. But there was a time, I mean, people it would get millions of listeners per night. It's probably dropped quite a bit, yeah. That's my QR code, and it is for my links. It takes you to bentonryer.com, and it takes you to all the links. Yeah, a visitor who wants to watch fishing and is terrified to watch you. Here, let me show you something. I have something to show you guys. Darn camera. I can't put on my other face when people are watching. Oh, yeah, I can't do it because the freaking camera foiled me. The camera's foiled me, so I can't put on my devil face to scare your visitor even more. I'm watching you, visitor. I have some food being delivered. I don't really, yeah, they're 9 minutes away. I don't quite want to start until they get here. Know what I mean? So I guess I'll just keep talking. I mean, I'm not good. I've heard some good guests on this show before, right? It's not all that bad, but I've heard some awful ones too. He used to have Sylvia Brown on a lot. It's like, man. Oh, I guess no, Nori, he's been doing it since 2003. Huh. Yes, I miss Sylvia Brown. Just gonna wait for my food, then we'll start. I won't eat it in front of you guys. I will. What's that trend where people pay to see people just eat? Who does that? Is anyone engaged in that? A mukbang, yeah. Maybe we could do some mukbang. And Japanese people don't do mukbang. They do that in Korea. I haven't seen that here. I mean, they'll like pay an attractive girl to just sit on webcam and eat. I mean, they make a killing too. That's okay. You ain't offended me. You don't know. You've never been here. You probably think everyone looks the same. Let me see. Where's my Chinese food? 2 minutes. It's 2 minutes away. Then right after this, I'm gonna do my studying. Then I'm going to do some schoolwork. I know I want your socks. They don't have that here. That's not anything I've ever seen. Stan Romanek, an alleged UFO abductee. George Norrie arranged to have Steve take a lie detector test over some of his claims of alien visitations, which Romanek failed. Good for George. Oh, he's a American author, documented con artist, and convicted SEX offender. He was a subject of the documentary film Extraordinary, the Stan Romanek story. His claims include being abducted by aliens, being implanted with an alien artifact, having sustained mysterious injuries inflicted by aliens, having experienced telepathic communications with aliens, being dressed in women's clothing by aliens, and to have fathered human alien hybrid offspring. Romanek has been unable to collaborate any of his alien uh, related claims. On August 8th, 2017, Romanek was found guilty of felony possession of CP. On December 14th, 2017, he was sentenced to serve 2 years in a community corrections facility. He is now in a registered offender in the level 3 program for severe deniers. He is unable to use unmonitored commute. I'll be right back. Hi, どうぞ。4回です。I'm not I'm not sure how I feel about this camera following me everywhere. I mean, what if I have like someone here I'm trying to hide? I don't know if that came out right. But anyway, he is unable to use unmonitored computers or contact children under 18 without special approval. Romanek was resentenced on November 30, 2020 to 10 years of S offender intensive supervision probation for 1 second. Okay, now I am back. We are back. So, anyone, Romanek. So, here we go. I'm going to finish this up. So, this guy is, so I'm always talking about this, right? These type of folks. Like, don't listen to their stories. You support them, but they're just, they're playing off of, people's beliefs off of things, right? I guess, or their expectations. Romanek, okay, so Romanek is set to be sentenced on September 3, 2025 for additional sanction and possible additional incarceration after he was accused by prosecutors of violating the terms of his original sentence again. Uh, so Romanek claims to be an alien abductee. He says his first UFO encounter, occurred in 2000 and that he has had many experiences with aliens since that time. You know, there's no doubt in my mind that there's definitely something going on, right? Because um, this type of behavior isn't natural. Um, these include allegedly discovering mysterious wounds on his body, which glowed under a black light, and claiming to have communication with aliens over a ghost box. He also claims aliens followed his car and visited his home, and he experienced telepathic communication with them. In one account from 2003, he claims he woke up and found himself wearing ladies' flannel underwear and suspected he had been abducted and returned in women's clothing. Romanak says he eventually came to suspect that the clothing belonged to another supposed abductee, Betty Hill. When asked if the gown had been tested for Hill's DNA, Romanak claimed that it had not because the test was too expensive. Appearing on ABC primetime in 2009, it's like, come on, man. You can give these guys this type of press. Romanek made the unsubstantiated claims that he underwent hypnosis by R. Leo Sprinkle, a psychologist who specializes in alien abduction cases. Romanek claims that under hypnosis, he wrote out the Drake equation, which is a formula used to estimate the number of communicative extraterrestrial civilizations in our galaxy, and then added times 100 to it. Joe Nickel from the Center for Inquiry suggested the equation was done through simple memorization. All right. In 2008, Romanek appeared on Larry King Live along with Jeff Peckman, former mayoral candidate, endorsing Romanek's story as part of his campaign for a Denver Extraterrestrial Affairs Commission. Romanek claimed to have recorded a video of an alien peeking in his window. This is now commonly referred to as the Boo video. Ugh. Um, what do I think's going on with him? Well, let me ask you guys, what do you think? There's definitely right. I mean, there's definitely something there. I mean, there's archonic attachments. There's probably some other things. There's something that observe absorb absorbs those type of energies when it comes to abuse, right? The underlying factor is things blocking someone from their own consciousness, right? So they're not entirely in touch with their um, natural state because there's too many obstructions between the physical and the soul. So, and some people unfortunately have it much worse than others. When I read stuff like that and I see things going on with other people, um, it reminds me that things are not that as bad as things can get. They could be much worse. There's nothing that's ever put me, well, I mean, there's nothing that's ever put me in that hijacked mindset where, yeah, thankfully, not yet anyway. Ugh. But I'm always on guard for that sort of thing because you have to be, especially when you do this sort of stuff and work. Is your visitor back? We're about to start, guys. They must do Reiki. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, he is watching. All right, here we go. You guys ready? Here we go. Amaterasu mi oyano kami no misu maru no inochi terashi kuni shizukanari amaterasu mi oyano kami no misu maru no inochi terashi kuni shizuka nari amaterasu mi oyano kami no misu maru no inochi terashi kuni shizuka nari amaterasu mi oyano kami no misu maru no inochi terashi kuni shizuka nari amaterasu mi oyano kami no misu maru no inochi terashi kuni 静かなり。高天張にかむずまります。カムロギ、カムロミのみこともして、すめみおやかむ、いざなぎの神尽くしのひまけの立花の大戸の青木が春に、みそき、払い、玉石、時にありませる。払いどの狼たち、もろもろのまがことつびかげよ。払いたまい、極めたまいと申すことのよしよ。天津神、国津神、やお、夜ずの神たちともに引っ越しますと、かしこみかしこみもまおす。たがあまはりにかむずまります。かむろぎ、かむろみのみこともして、すめみおやかむ、いざなぎの神つくしのひまかの立花のおどの青木がはるに、みそぎ、払い、たまいし、時にありますいる。払いどの狼たち、もろもろのまがごとつみかえるよ。払いたまい、清めたまいと申すことのよしよ。天津神、国津神、やお、夜ずの神たちともに引っ越しますと、かしこみかしこみもまおす。たがあまはりにかむずまります。かむろき、かむろみのみこともして、すめみ、おやかむ、いずなぎの神つくしのひまかの立ち花のおのの青木がはるに、みそぎ、払い、たまいし、時にあれませる。払いどの狼たち、もろもろのまがごとつみかえりよ。払いたまい、清めたまいと申すことのよしよ。天津神、国津神、や夜ぞの神たちともに引っ越しますと、かしこみかしこみもまおす。どうその神、あまてらします。すみみ神の身胸を伝えて教え導きの玉枠。人はすなわち、神と神とのもとの主だり、何時らの真知の痛ましむることなかれ。この故に目にもろもろの風情を見て、心にもろもろの風情を見ず、耳にもろもろの風情を聞きて、心にもろもろの風情を聞かず、口にもろもろの風情を言って、心にもろもろの風情を言わず、身にもろもろの風情に触れて、心にもろもろの風情に触れず、心にもろもろの風情を思とも、中心にもろもろの風情を思わず、この時に清く潔きことあり、もろもろのノリは影と形のことし、清く清ければ汚れることなし、ことをとらばうべからず、皆花よりずの身となる。我が身はすなわち六根処女なり、六根処女なりがゆえに、ごぞの真君兄なり、ごぞの真君兄なりが、ゆえに天地の神とどこなり、天地の神とどこなりが、ゆえに万物の霊と体なり、万物の霊と体なりが、故になすところにごて成就せずということなし、無常霊法、真珠仏教、天上無休、名誉入賞、神奈川列、払いたまい、清めたまい、守りたまい、先はいたまい、照らしたまい、導きたまえ。Breathe, relax. と神、意味たも、看言心、ソニカンダケン、払いたまい、清めたも。 袴の肌にかむずまります。生命神たち、いやわらしたも、特殊の水の宝持ちて、アマテルクニテルヒケアメのホアカリクシタマネギハヤヒのミコトに静けたもこと教えてのたもわく今しこの水の宝持ちて中作りに雨下りあう人ぐさ沈め収めよあう人ぐさおよび夜ずの者の病のことあらば噛む宝を持ちて見くらいた沈みに起きて、見たま沈みの祭りを、なして水の宝を振るべ、そのカムホギの言葉に曰く、木のい木のと、火のい火のと、土のい土のと、かのいかのと、水のい水のと、ひふみよいむなやこと。リノとフレベイレイラ、かけ祈りしばまかるともさらにきなんとしいとも。雨の神の実をやみことのりかけたまいて、雨の岩船に乗りて、河内の国の川上の光るがめに天下りましまして、大和の国、引きの山のふもと、白庭の高庭に移しましまして、月祭りとも、なぜけいて、イスの神の王神と申し立て祭り、よよかむ宝を持ちて、夜ずの者のために、古べのかむごと持ちて、すかすなしと家の古の御霊の神と、敬い、立て祭り、生命御事オムラージ、おとろその神たけきを持ちて、いつきに使い、祭りとも、物の上の神の社、雨がした、夜ずの物とごいなり、伊天元噛む宝は、いわゆる、おきつ鏡、けいつ鏡、やつくの剣、いく玉、たる玉、まかるか石の玉、ちいか石の玉、おろちのひれ、はちのひれ、くすぐすのもののひれ、さらにとくすの神、木のい木のと、火のい火のと、土のい土のと、かのいかのと、水のい水のと、ひふみよいむなやこと。にのとふるべゆらとゆら。かしたてまつることのよしをもちて、平ら結局きこしめせと、命長く、子孫羽、時はかきわに、守りたまい、先はいたまい、かじたてまつり、人数寿命しにきかじ。高天はりにかむずまります。カムロギ、カムロミのみこともして、せめみ、おやかむ、いざなぎの神つくしのひまかの立ち花のオードの青ぎがはりにみそぎ、払い、たまいし、時にありませる。払いどのお神たち、もろのまがごとつみかえりよ。払いたまい、清めたまいと、回すことによしよ。天つ神、国つ神、やお、夜ずの神たちともに越しますと、かしこみかしこみも、回す。高天はりにかむずまります。かむろぎ、かむろみのみこともして、すめみおやかむ、いずなぎの神つくしのひむかの立ち花のおろの青ぎがはるに、みそぎ、払い、たまいし、時に、あれませる。払いどの お神たち、もろもろの魔がごと積み返りを。払いたまえ、清めたまえと、回すことのよしを。天津神、国津神、やお、夜ずの神たちともに引っ越しますと、かしこみかしこみも回す。かんながらとまちやませ。かんながらとまちやませ。かんながらとまちやませ。All right, everyone. There you have it. How was it? Great, great. Should we do some mukbang now? No, I'm kidding. I would probably get more views for that than this. Just get like a bunch of ramen and just like have like 10 bowls and be like, watch me eat 10 bowls of ramen. And people would be like, go, go. They'd be donating. It's like, man, it's unfortunate. But my new mic sounds good, right? So there's that. I mean, I feel like with the new camera and this microphone and the little arm they pull out, I kind of feel professional-ish. He needs what? Please comment and like my 30-day healing videos. Um, it helps the algorithm find my videos. If no one is involved in it, then no one sees it because the algorithm says this ain't interesting. Sweet angel. 便なされるや少年などについて合々会計兵政府関係者 pretty something else. All right, guys. Very well, then. I will see you later since no one's saying anything. Watching a Japanese man fishing. All right, I'll see you later. Oh, the 30-day video? I mean, I will. I mean, I just committed myself to like 28 days of creating a new video. Got one subscriber from the first one. Man, I need to get on more shows. Won't you email people? Won't you email some more of these like podcast shows? Doesn't matter. Even if there's like 100 people who watch per episode, those are great for me. I mean, I get like 10, 20 subscribers from those. All right, guys, I'll see you later. I'm going to eat.